Right, so this is how we're going to clean this system today. So this is one of mine. I use tape all the way around, as you can probably see. Now this has actually been off my head for a few weeks because I put a new one on and it's just been sat in a bag. So what we do, we get a bit of cotton wool and we dab it anywhere there's tape or glue. Same principle for glue. And dab it all the way around. Now all you're looking to do is find the edge. And at the back, I always remove it quite gently, but with the poly-banded systems, you can be a little bit rougher, not too rough though, obviously. So as you can see, that's pretty much come up all the way around, taking pretty much all of the residue with you. So the difference with laces, I have lace at the front, which gives us a much more natural look. So I'm just going to cut that off to show you this bit. Now with the lace at the front, and if you had lace all the way around, what I would do, a product called Lace Release. I always spray quite a bit onto that front, just almost soak it in the Lace Release, because obviously we want to be as delicate as we can be with this system, especially on the front edge. And what I'm doing is just removing it, and by using that Lace Release, you're minimising the hair loss of that front edge. Now as that's all got pretty much all the tape and glue off, what we're going to do next step is to wash it. Washing a hair system off your head is always a little bit easier, so I'm just going to move across to the basin and come back. Right then, so one of the positives of washing hair systems through the lace is, for me, I find you tend to keep hair on this side a lot more. You can get some hairs that come through. It happens in all the systems. I mean, this system, as you can see, has some, but this system is 21, I don't know if you can see that. So, you know, best part of 18 months old, if not a little bit older. So what we're going to do, we're going to wash it now through this way, make sure the water's okay. And basically, I always put the water in this way. Now there are lots of different ways to wash it. I personally prefer to fold it over a little bit so I can give it a little bit of a squeeze. Get your shampoos. Now as you can see, I'm not scrubbing it, I'm just spreading that a little bit. As you can see now, just giving it a good old squeeze, making sure it froths nicely on both sides. Now, although this is an old system, I've left it on for ages and then taken it off, you can see it's still pretty clean, because what tends to happen is a clean system will always froth up quite nicely. A dirty system won't. So now I'm just going to rinse that off. Now we always recommend doing 2 washes. Exactly the same way. This one should be a little bit quicker. As I said, you can tell it's nice and clean with the frothiness that's coming out of the system. On both sides, nice and clean. Rinsing it out through the lace again, making sure to get all the suds and shampoo out. Now, as you can see, I've got pretty much most of it. I'm just going to give it a quick rinse on that side just to get any surface bubbles off. Now, next step is got a conditioner. Now, this one's quite old, so it's very, very dry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a lot of conditioner in it. Now, same principle. Conditioner in the lace. Now for this I would recommend just a cheaper conditioner, just because you don't want to be using a really expensive conditioner just for this couple of minutes. Same principle, nice squeeze, get all the conditioner all the way through the hair. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get my soft paddle brush. And I'm going to brush it all the way through, being quite gentle, but enough that if there's any knots or anything, that I'm getting them out. I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes and then we'll rinse it off. There you go, so as you can see, that's all conditioner, all brushed through. I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes before I rinse it out the exact same way through the lace, which helps leave a little bit of moisture in the hair, also makes it feel a lot fresher. Right then, so as you can see, that one's ready to come off now, so I'm just going to move this. Exactly the same as the wash. Make sure the water's not too hot. And basically rinsing it off through the lace, giving it a good squeeze. Now you may not be able to see, but I can definitely feel how much softer that hair is, how much cleaner that hair is. So then all I do now, one little rinse on this side, get a little squeeze. Now we'll get a towel, turn that off, get a towel. What I'm going to do is lay it down like that. And roll it up in the towel. Good squeeze. Clean that bit of conditioner off here. Okay, my other brush, you can use the same one, but just because I've used conditioner on it, I'm not going to this time. But usually I would just clean it off and use my same brush at home. And I'm just going to comb out, make sure I've got all the knots out. So there we go, that would be my system cleaned. We would dry it off with a hairdryer this way. Through the lace. Not going to do all that, you don't want to hear me. So we're going to dry it off like that, and that one would be ready to put into storage just as an old one, a spare one for myself.